90-Day Fiancé. Before the 90 days finally showed Forrest's fiancée Sheena, but something doesn't add up to me. Warning! The following contains spoilers for the 90-Day Fiancé. Before the 90 days episode, fasten your seatbelts. Stream the episode with an HBO Max subscription and read at your own risk. 90-Day Fiancé. Before the 90 Days recently kicked off its newest season with some exciting new couples, and one of my new favorite pairs is already embroiled in major drama. I'm expecting to learn a lot more about Forrest's fiancée, Sheena, as we transition into the 2026 TV schedule, but for now, something just isn't adding up. Just before Forrest left for the Philippines with his mother and stepdad, he learned that the joint account he shares with Sheena to pay for her K-1 visa had been cleaned out. With thousands of dollars gone, he was pretty upset, especially since this wasn't the first time it's happened. It's a sticky situation made even stickier to me after Sheena's official introduction on the 90-Day Fiancé spinoff. Sheena admitted to stealing the money, but I'm confused by why she had to do it. The first time money was taken from the account, Sheena told Forrest it was her parents who took it. After this incident, she admitted she was the person who withdrew the $4,000 to send to her parents. She also said during her 90-Day Fiancé confessional that she had a good reason for doing so. We learned a lot about Sheena in this episode, including that she worked as a veterinarian in Manila. Manila is a big city, and a simple internet search revealed that with 10 years of experience in her field, Sheena should logistically be earning enough to make a solid living on her own. With that in mind, I would think that it's feasible that she'd be able to send them enough money from her own income without needing to take from the shared account. Outside of a fluke exception for the above, it would seem Sheena needed a large amount of money quickly, and I have to wonder for what. Fans might recall David sending thousands to Sheila in the Philippines so her family could fix their house back in 90-Day Fiancé before the 90 Days Season 6. An emergency house expense or unexpected medical expense could be the reason Sheena emptied the account. I'm only speculating here, but I just have to imagine the only reason she made that withdrawal was out of a fast-rising necessity. Will Sheena be redeemed by the season's end? My overall first impression of Sheena is that she's a smart and kind person, so I can't imagine she maliciously took the money without an intention to either pay it back or make amends. That said, if she had a good reason for taking the money, why wouldn't she explain why before Forrest left the United States? My best guess is that either 90-Day Fiancé, before the 90 days cut the explanation from its edit to build drama, or that this is another example of a scripted storyline. I just can't imagine that Forrest would get on that plane to see Sheena after having money stolen from that account again, without some very convincing explanation, especially after he had money stolen from him in a previous relationship. Sheena has an uphill battle to prove she's trustworthy to both Forrest and his mother. At least it doesn't appear anyone is worried that she's only in the relationship for a green card, so the situation could always be a few degrees worse. Here's hoping she's not scamming Forrest, and these two don't flush a 7-year relationship over this incident. HBO Max. Plans start from $10.99 a month. HBO Max is the streaming home to the world of DC Comics, the DCU, and classics, and for all of the 90-Day Fiancé shows. Plans start at $10.99 a month, basic with ads. An HBO Max subscription gives you access to thousands of movies, shows, documentaries, and more. View deal. 90-Day Fiancé. Before the 90 Days airs on TLC on Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm already eager to see next week's episode and see what will happen once Forrest and Sheena are finally together. In TLC's 90-Day Fiancé, before the 90 days, viewers finally got a clearer look at Forrest's fiancée, Sheena, after the season initially kept her mostly off-camera, something that already had fans raising eyebrows. Cinema Blend +1. The moment lands with extra tension because Forrest and Sheena's relationship is already unusual. They've been together, long distance, for years, and Forrest has described how Sheena has near-constant access to him through security cameras in his home, a setup he says comforts him, but that many viewers find intense. People.com. Now that Sheena is appearing more directly, the story feels like it should be adding clarity, but instead it's creating more questions. A big reason is that multiple reports around the current episodes point to trust issues and conflicting details, including allegations that Sheena wasn't fully honest about money, something that reportedly hurt Forrest as he prepared to travel to meet her in the Philippines. Primetimer.com. On top of that, the family dynamic seems messy. Coverage of Sheena's storyline suggests tension with Forrest's mom, Molly, and even claims that harsh messages were sent, making it look like key people in Forrest's life believe there are red flags. Primetimer.com. So when the show finally presents Sheena more openly, especially in an episode discussed as Fasten Your Seatbelts, it can feel less like a reveal and more like TLC is setting up a bigger twist. At minimum, it's understandable to feel like some pieces don't match yet, and that the show is intentionally holding back context to keep viewers guessing.